Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection. Headline edition will bring you special reports and interviews in a moment.
Well, it's not Roswell, but there will be a flying vehicle involved. Yes, George Noory will be flying in from St. Louis. I hope he's using a plane anyway, and not an angel. Although, that'd be cool, flying with an angel. But he will be at the new Living Expo on April the 25th at 4 o'clock to 6, and again on Sunday. And I will be there along with Kathy, and Tom Danhauser, his producer, will be there. And it is in San Mateo, California, at the San Mateo Event Center. And the people that are going to be there are Gail Thackeray, Eric Pearl, Laura Day, Laura Eisenhower, Daniel Brinkley, Mike Barra, Gabriel Cousins, Bradley Nelson, Brian Reeves, Sean David Morton, Chris Michaels, Joanna Garzilli, Neil Donald Walsh, David Wilcock, Deborah King, and, of course, George Noory. And Friday, the hours will be 3 to 10, Saturday 10 to 8, Sunday 11 to 8, and there is a dance function at 9 o'clock there on Friday. And there also is a dealer's room. And the general admission's $15 for one day, $25 for two, $30 for three. And there's a $5 off if you are a senior. And if you're taking BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit, the local subway system, there is a free shuttle that will take you to the event. And the address is 2495 South Delaware Street in San Mateo. You can find directions on the website. Now, to see Noory, and there's another event, you have to have a special ticket in addition to your ticket. There is $49 VIP seating, and there's $39 general admission. And there is a schedule here, and I'm not going to go over everybody, but I'll just go over the people that are well known. Gail Thackeray at 6 o'clock on Friday. Daniel Brinkley navigating our post-shift reality at 6 o'clock on Friday. Gabriel Cousins, 7 o'clock. Bradley Nelson, 7 o'clock. Sean David Morton in a workshop, 8 o'clock. And I may change my mind and go down there for them. Let me see if he's going to be anywhere on Sunday. If not, then I'm going to have to change my mind and go down there to be there for that. Nope, he's not. So if I want to meet Sean, I'm going to have to see him tomorrow night. So I may change our mind. And there will be a, let's see, what else is here? Bunch of other, Laura Eisenhower navigating the new paradigm at 9 o'clock. Saturday, you have Mike Barra at 11 a.m., Deborah King at 11 a.m., Daniel Brinkley at 1 o'clock, workshop, special event, Neil David Walsh. There's an event uncovering your past lives. Jonah Garzilli, and opposite her will be George Noory. And Gail Thackeray at 6 o'clock. And a panel on the extraterrestrial report, disclosures of UFOs and New Age of Enlightenment. A dance party from 9 to 10:30. Sunday, you will have Eric Pearl, which Open Lines Jerry wants me to ask some questions about. Gabriel Cousins, Chris Michaels, Laura Day, and going down the list here. And frankly, I've never heard of these people on Sunday, so I would know. There's a variety talent show. I don't know what that's about. Laura Eisenhower at 5 o'clock, E.T.'s Mars Agenda on Alternative 4, and David Wilcock's special event, The Secret Space Program. I thought that was copyrighted or trademarked by Richard C. Hoagland, but who knows? Anyway, that's going to be the event. It ought to be fun. Kathy will be there. Tom Danhauser will be there. George Noory, and I'll be filming all of it. And so I hope you'll join me and thousands of other people. And I don't think there's going to be people in walkers there, and they're all going to be 80 years old, like some Bellgabbers said, and hello, Bellgabbers. And a couple of other things. You got people saying my girlfriend's going to be living in a box under the bridge. Well, I would expect online trolls to know all about living under bridges. There's a whole sculpture in either Portland or Washington with a troll. So I know they know all about trolling. And to quote Jim Cramer, they know nothing. And neither does Palapoop and Redacted, the beloved figure on Bellgab. She's not beloved to me. I'm still waiting for the apology for the last time. And she knows nothing, too. If I drive a car and I don't have a license, they don't take your car because there's a new state law. They're not allowed to confiscate your car. Of course, if Redacted could read something other than the checkout time at the sleazy motels she hangs around in, while trying to get changed to listen to Art Bell and his new show, or listen to Art on Sirius XM, or maybe Noory for pennies a day, she would know that I've already posted on this issue. I talked to the Martinez Police Department dispatcher this week and asked him, and he said, no, we don't confiscate your car. It's the officer can or cannot write you a ticket. It's up to his discretion. They'll make you park the car if you're alone, and you have to have someone come and get you and get the car. It's a misdemeanor. You go to court on it. But the officer may not give you a ticket at all if it's an emergency. You have a good reason for driving your car. You've got to get to work, or your wife's having a baby or something else. But it's a ticket. Because they passed a new law, because counties and cities and police agencies all over California were confiscating people's cars that may not have been their cars, might have been their brother, sister, mother, aunt, uncle, cousin, employer, friend, and you had no recourse when the car was confiscated and sold. And the people went up in arms over that. They were losing thousands of dollars in cars and didn't even get a piece of the change. So people demanded their state legislators did something about it, and they did, and they don't confiscate cars anymore. The only two things they confiscate cars with, actually three. If you've got a warrant, if you fail to appear at a court hearing, which is also a bench warrant, or if you're drunk. None of those apply to me. I don't drink and drive. I drink and drive when I used to have my license, and I will eventually have my license back because it's due to an error made by an idiot clerk of the DMV who reported I had a stroke when I didn't. Because another busybody like Redacted and Palapoop and the other busybodies on Bellgab reported something she thought that she heard, and she didn't even bother to ask, did this actually happen? She just reported it because she couldn't mind her own business. But, they don't confiscate cars. And I'm not worried about it. I'm going to be doing videos in the car, out of the car, in and around the function. Kathy will be doing videos. She'll have her commentary in the event. She's never gone to one of these. And I'll get George and Tommy to sign the cartoons I'm going to print out tomorrow for me, Justin, Drone, Paperboy, and I'll put some extra cartoons, autographed by both of them, up for sale on eBay to the highest bidder for Kathy's moving fund. And one other thing, the guy who, Daggett, I call him Daggett the Maggot, because that's about what his posts are worth in the thread, said she's going to be living in a box. I'm paying for Kathy's car insurance, half. I'm paying for half for storage. I'm going to be paying for the truck. I'm paying for the gasoline so she can go look for a place to live. I'll help her with the cat deposit. She can find Boop a place for her Boop the cat. It used to be my Betty Boop the cat. Boop loves me dearly. I love Boop. She's my baby. She'll always be my baby. And when I come to go visit Kathy, she comes and sees me. And she meows and squeaks and nuzzles and purrs. She's happy to see her daddy. And she's always loved me, too. She's a very gentle and sweet little cat. Although she's grown to be fat and pudgy now. But we still love her very much. And nothing will happen to her here. This is a safe place. She's lived here before. After a few days, she'll understand what she's doing here. But I hope it won't take long. And next week, after I have the cleaning done and the inspection, I'll be going out with Kathy and talking to managers and saying, look, is there any way we can give you a large cat deposit? $200, $300, $400, whatever it takes. She's only got one kitty. And that usually works. I had to pay a $250 cat deposit to move in here. So don't listen to these people who assume they know what they're doing. Or redacted who say, when the cop pulls Falky over and he sees the bruises on his girlfriend's face, he won't look kindly at that. The bruises on my girlfriend's face, she said it in the video redacted. I guess you don't watch my videos either. And maybe you're too busy reading My Pet Goat. Or trying to read My Pet Goat, but you can't read yet. You hadn't got a remedial reading, and you just look at the pictures and go, ooh, what is that? So, Kathy said it in the video. She gets bruised easily. She has delicate skin. She sleeps on her side. So, there's no abuse involved. So, you need to knock that crap off. Kathy's over here almost every day. She calls me on the phone every day. And if there were abuse, she wouldn't have anything to do with me. So we've known each other since 1977 or 78, and she fell in love with me within a week. I fell in love with her. We've always been in love. And don't give any crap or her crap about she's still legally married. Her husband abandoned her 9 or 10 years ago. She hadn't seen him. And after this moving business is over with, we'll save the money up and she doesn't know where he is. So she'll have to file a thing in the paper for 4 weeks saying she's made an effort to try to find him and can't, and then she'll file for divorce and they'll be over it. Her first marriage was terrible. She talked about it on video. Second marriage was better, but still not tolerable. And one day she told him to leave. And she couldn't take it anymore. So she had 2 unhappy marriages. But she came back to me. And at one point I went and showed up at her dad's house, wanting to see her because I missed her that much. I missed being with her. And we lived together 5 times. I love the woman very much. I wouldn't do anything to hurt her. And I don't hurt her. So you can knock that supposition off that you all think because I yelled at her in the video that I was hitting her. And she said, don't hit me. And if I did hit her in that, I don't frankly remember, because that day she was fighting with me all the way from my house in Martinez all the way up to Napa when I did the video, and I finally had blew my stack. You don't see it on the video. We pulled over by the Walmart in Napa, and I said, this is going to stop now. I'm tired of it. And it isn't the first time I've had to do that. Stop the car now. And I said, you're going to be quiet, you're going to listen. And if that's domineering, so be it. Now, we've had a lot of talks, and we are interacting a lot better than we used to be. We're not fighting. She does have one habit that drives me crazy. I will call for her when I'm in the living room, and she sits outside because it's too hot in here. And there goes my damn camera again. And she yells, and she yells at the top of her voice, and I keep telling her, don't yell around my apartment. People are going to complain. And then she gets mad, and she says choice words. And I said, look, you can't. No, not you can't. You shouldn't be yelling here. People don't like that. And I'm trying to get her to stop doing that. And she hasn't doing it as much as she used to. And we're not fighting. We're not yelling at each other. We give a lot of hugs now, and I'm not going to kiss her because I don't want to take the chance of getting any cred from her like I did the last time. That made me sick as hell. So That's where it stands. And in case you're wondering, I'm closing I'm closing my eyes. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I got a lot of work. Excuse me. I got a lot of work to do in here. I found the cable for my Handycam. I found the charger. So that will be used, the video. I'll do a video with that. I got both iPhones. I got to clear them out and charge them. And I'll have the iPad. So it'll be 4 different cameras for the Noory interview. 4 different perspectives. So I make sure I get one. And I may post all 4. I don't know. And I'll have at least 2 cameras for talking to Tommy. And Noory is a stepping stone to bigger and better things. I know I'll be interviewing other people in the paranormal field. And, oh yeah, there's one other thing. I got these clowns who say I don't know how to use my devices. And in some ways that's true. I got a whole stack of books behind me. I haven't learned how to do everything. It's learn as you go. And I'm the only one doing it. People suggested stuff to me, sites. I haven't had time to look them up. I got a book in the living room, Using Your iPad. I checked the library out. I'm going to buy the book next month. Because I got sections in there, how to add titles to your iPad video, how to do other things, and how to add photographs to the iPad video. I've tried to do it on this thing, it doesn't work. I don't know why. And one day I'll go to the DV Mug, Diablo Valley Mac Users Group, and I'll say, can someone hook up with me, come over to my house, and try to figure out why this doesn't work. Just like there's supposed to be an iCloud icon on my Mac in Preferences. It ain't there. And my Mac keeps sending all my photographs to iPad, and it keeps sending all the photographs to documents, and it's filling up my hard drive. And it's driving me nuts. So I don't know how to fix that either. That's why I keep dragging this damn thing to the Apple Store. Because it doesn't always work. As for devices, I've got, well, there goes Crystal Castles, multiple USB cards, power cables, an Atari 5200 in there, Sega, a Genesis, Kathy's got a GameCube, I've got 2 or 3 Game Boys, she's got 2 Game Boys she wants me to sell. Let's see if they're, where did I put those? Oh, they were here, somewhere. And my old Apple IIs, used a PC. I talked to Drone about buying a used Alienware, which would be perfect for me, given that I got the alien in the background. He said it wasn't good enough. But that will all come. I had to learn how to use this. I had to learn how to use my blue microphone. Had to learn how to use the first videos I did with this. Haven't used it in a while. And there's a picture of Noory's website on there. So, everything is a learning experience. Life is a learning experience. But don't ever assume I don't know what I'm doing, or by inference that because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm stupid. I'm not. I just don't know how to do it yet. Everything takes time in this life. And when you're 62, and I'm going to be 63, next Wednesday, next Tuesday. Oh my God, the day after before the inspection here. They do this every 2 years, so you don't have as much time as you used to when you get old. But I'll try to make the time. All right, I'm gonna do another video in the morning when it's cooler in here. I got those book reviews to do, and one last. Two more things. MV talked about on Gabcast how I used to rake Noory over the coals. Yeah, I did. And I will talk about George's programs again. He had one about a week ago that was absolutely horrible. And he had some guy who sold his company and some woman who he let her talk for about 15 minutes. It was sheer torture. She talked about how she got a house that wasn't her house yet. She went in and fixed it, and this cat magically appeared out of nowhere like it transported in or popped in like Sabrina the Teenage Witch did it, or Samantha from Bewitched. And I kept going, make it stop, please make it stop. And then you had this guy talking about the disclosure, and he talked in such a monotone voice I couldn't listen to it anymore. I kept hoping the Greys would abduct me to free me from the torture of listening to this guy. It was incredibly boring. It was not a great Noory show, but they all can't be gems. Neither can all my videos be gems. Some would say none of them are gems. Well, I don't think that's the case. And that's the one last thing I'm going to say on the issue, that I don't know how to use my devices. I've done this will be my 410th video. I know how to make videos. And I took what was a thing designed to make me enough money to pay for my internet bill. And in 4 years, it went from there and doing Noory videos and Art Bell videos and videos about King Human and Glendon Cameron and other people and Bellgab, to having an interview with the number 6 tied for 6 talk show host in the country with 2.75 billion listeners, George Noory. And that's not bad for a guy who starts videos in his bedroom, to be having an interview with a radio host, George Noory. Whether you like George Noory or not, a guy like me normally wouldn't have the opportunity to do an interview with a famous talk show host, no matter who he is. And George thinks I have potential. He likes what I do. He's said when he thinks my videos are bad, and got mad at me for a comment I made. So I will be talking about Noory in the future. When he does a good show, I'll say it's great or good. When he has a book, I'll say it's good. I don't know the latest book. Someone is hiding something, how much he wrote or didn't wrote. I really don't care. It's a good book. And I've got his one of his Of the Light series in the living room. I haven't read it yet. And I'll do a review on that probably next week. So I've still got to do the Killing Jesus review and the Killing JFK review and the UFO book review and the John Hogue review. So I'm going to be doing all those in the next couple of days as time permits. And my tickets will be there. Kathy will be there. And so it goes. So we will be at the event. I want to thank Open Lines Jerry for his great cartoon of us in the Prius driving down on the map. The only thing I wish the little cartoon were the animated to see our little Prius driving down the line. I thought that was great. He does some great stuff. And he says he is not Little Chris. So, of course, I told Drone on the phone tonight, I don't know where the hell he is, he's not answering the phone, you bum, that I know it's not Little Chris because Jerry couldn't contribute to my going to the function fund, and Little Chris claims he's rich. So, of course, Little Chris hadn't donated to the function fund either, and he puts on that website that he created. So, and asked for a list of supporters. And I want to thank the people that have donated to the Kathy Fund and donated to our going to the event. It is much appreciated. And Kathy will get a place to live. I've told her she's frustrated, she's tired, because she runs around all day trying to find a place to live. And I said, I haven't said it to her, but I said, you got to remember, so you got to start packing. You got to do some more packing. I don't want her to look for a place to live, and then the last minute she's going to haul that crap out of there. And it would be like me trying to move all this stuff out of here. I don't know how the hell I'd need help. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm tired of repeating myself to clueless people who don't understand where I'm at, where Kathy is at, where Drone is at, or White Crow, or military justice, and you need to give me a call, my friend. I've tried calling you on Skype, and it says I have to pay for a credit card to call you, which you don't understand because I was able to talk to you last week, or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. And I'll be waiting for Noory's producer to call me. Excuse me. All right. That's it for this one. And Kathy will do a video tomorrow when she comes over. She'll probably be talking about the event. I don't know what she's going to talk about. And there is one thing about Kathy videos. When she does a video, the only input I give her is she hits the start button and the stop button. And I leave the room. I'm out there playing my game or looking stuff on Bellgab or looking at my email. I'm not even in here. And she's not forced to do anything. She likes doing her videos. And they're getting more and more popular by the moment. And my Iographer video, by the way, is on 85 views. So people are interested in that. Okay, Free Art Bell, as always. And I hope that his back stops hurting him for a while. And I hope MV's injured back started hurting him. I have an injured back. Kathy has an injured back. We know what it's like to have a back that hurts. Free Art Bell's Bumper Music, Free the Duck, Free Kathy, Free Area 51 drone wherever he is, Free military justice, and free the cleaning in here. And I will get this place clean come hell or high water by Tuesday. But man, it's a lot of work. I let everything go. My mother died last year. Now I'm paying the price for it. Got to work like a maniac to get this place straightened out. And it's amazing how much junk you find when you clean. I found a box with some papers and a bicycle lock in it. That was all in the box. So as I just be sitting here culling stuff and straightening it out. All they really want is it neat. And it'll get that way. They want dusting, good luck. I don't think I'm going to have any time to do dusting. And every time I dust in here, the dust gets in my nose. I start sneezing like crazy. Okay, have a great night, great morning, great weekend, wherever you are. And if you're interested in that event, go to the event. I know MV isn't. I wish some of you guys would show up. I'd be happy to meet you. Oh, and then finally, Aldous Burbank. I'm not bugging him like somebody said. But one time he offered to take me to lunch. I know he comes to Martinez on a periodic basis. He knows how to get a hold of me. I've sent him my phone number. I'd love to meet him and take him to lunch. And don't give me any garbage about the Kathy Fund. He's an interesting guy, and I'd love to film him in a video if he'd let me. And it'd be fun to meet the man of mystery who rides trains day and night. Almost like a film noir movie. Okay. Have a great night, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.